Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to Nerd Safari. We are Simon and Ellie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit the bell thing. That would be very kind of you indeed. And you know, we normally react to movie trailers and music videos on this channel, but somebody cued us in to an upcoming TV series that's coming out on Disney Hotstar at the end of August. And it sounds just like our kind of thing. The series is called The Empire, and it tells the story of the Mughal Empire through multiple generations, and it's based on a series of fictional historical novels, so set to a real historical backdrop and real historical figures, but kind of dramatized and fictionalized. The series of books is called The Empire of Moghul, and we're going to go ahead and check out the trailer for The Empire right now. If you want to see what we think about it, then hang around until the end, but for now,
let's go.
Let's go.
जिंदगी मौत से कितना ही लड़ ले।
Oh my goodness.
जीत तो आखिर मौत की ही होती है। हम ज़हीरुद्दीन मोहम्मद बाबर 14 साल की उम्र से मौत को धोखा देते आ रहे थे, लेकिन अब यहां से आगे कहां?
वक्त की ताकत उस पर बैठने वाले में नहीं होती, उस पर बैठाने वाले में होती है।
इत्तेफाक से किसी और के हिस्से का अब्र हमारी किस्मत पर बरस गया हो तो?
Oh my goodness.
आपने समरकंद को नहीं, समरकंद ने आपको चुना है।
इस रियासत के जर्रे जर्रे की हिफाजत करना आपका फर्ज है। समरकंद को जिसका खतरा है वो है शबानी खान।
शबानी खान की दुश्मनी उस हद से शुरू होती है जहां बाकी सबकी खत्म हो जाती है। हमारी शर्त है खानजादा।
हमें उसकी शर्त मंजूर है।
नहीं आपा।
बाबर हमारे खानदान से बढ़कर हमारी जान नहीं है।
Wow.
हमारे लोगों से बढ़कर हमारी जान नहीं है।
शबानी खान से अब ये जंग खत्म करनी है।
समरकंद शबानी खान के हवाले कर देंगे तो आप कहां जाएंगे?
सिंधु के उस पार लोधी की सल्तनत को हराने।
My God. Whoa. Jeez.
No, the elephant!
Whoa.
Hotstar Specials presents The Empire.
Yeah, it
27
does.
अगस्त से।
Wow, Disney Hotstar presents The Empire, and my mind is kind of blown. What did you think?
It looks amazing. Their budget must be just millions of billions of dollars.
Yes, it really did look so high budget, didn't it? And I think, like, if the last decade or so of TV has taught us anything, it's that TV series can be really successful if they pour enough money into the kind of big budget cities and details and costumes and actions, elephants. But also if they have that unique blend of drama and sexiness and horror type aspects at times. There were people being chopped to pieces at moments
very
there.
Violent.
Yeah, really, just there was so much there that looked gripping. And you know, I can imagine this is the kind of thing that you would just finish one episode and be desperate to see what comes next. The biggest parallel I could draw, which is not really fair because it was complete fantasy, was of course Game of Thrones in the West. And just, with Game of Thrones, it was all about these lavish environments that they would build that just looked so real, and every attention to detail, apart from when they accidentally left a Starbucks cup on the set. But most of the time it was lavish costumes and cities and interiors of buildings as well. It just looked incredible. And then you had the drama and the different families competing for ruling, and people stabbing each other in the back figuratively and literally. And this just seems to have all of that, but is anchored in real historical events, albeit slightly dramatized and fictionalized for the small screen. But wow, I'm really blown away. For me, probably the thing that jumped out at me most was the scale of the battles. The battlefields, kind of looking down on them from above, looked like thousands and thousands of people, and and the cannonballs raining down on them. It just looked terrifying.
Those battles just looked epic.
Yeah. What about for you? Was there one thing that jumped out at you more than any other from that mind-blowing trailer?
I don't think one thing jumped out, but I did, like you say, the details that were included. Obviously, I have to talk about the costumes.
Yeah.
They were very sumptuous. Like, the costumes themselves, they did not skimp on fabric. Just the way it was draping, it just had so much weight and texture to it, which really added to the character, especially that villain character. Like, you could see how oppressive he was by just the drapes that he had and like the furs on his shoulders, just to make him look more imposing and kind of menacing.
He must have been boiling.
Yes.
And his headdress thing, like the crown he was wearing, it looked like it had about 40 pounds of jewels in it. It was huge and looked so heavy. Wow, yeah, I've got to say, this is exactly the kind of thing, like we like watching shows like The Last Kingdom, like Vikings, like Game of Thrones, and so this is exactly the kind of thing that is up our alley. Just huge combat, drama, intrigue, and a bit of sexiness layered in over the top. Or maybe that was just my imagination, could be. But anyway, hey, thank you so much for everyone who recommended that we check out Empire. What an awesome trailer. And we get to see this in just a week or two, so you do not have long to wait for the first episode. That's pretty cool. And please do keep those recommendations coming. We love hearing from you, and we try our best to cover as much as we possibly can. However, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for today. But you know how often we do this?
Every day.
Every single day, whether we are riding an elephant or running screaming at one with swords.
Hardly ever riding elephants. Definitely never chasing them with swords.
Yeah, actually we don't do that often, but we do this very often, so we will see you tomorrow, friends, on the next Dork Trailer Ambush.
Peace out, nerds.
Shut up and sit down.